Good evening. My name is Victoria. I'm from Flemington, New Jersey. I am the State Director of New Jersey Parental Rights, and I've served in this capacity for a decade now. I'm here today to cry out and plead to you for your help. Help not only to ask you to listen to our pleas, but to ask you to take action with us to protect the children. We are Team PUAC. We are parents, mothers, fathers, church leaders, Christians, and people of faith. We represent many from your district and tens of thousands from all over the state. We are very diverse, yet we have one thing in common, our desire to protect the children. Our faith and our deep religious views are in peril. We are very concerned about the implementation of the pending LGBT curriculum and the inclusion lesson plans. We want to be clear. We care about each and every child and support and defend equality. We believe that all children should be cared for, respected, protected, and have equal rights to learn, to excel, and to reach their fullest potential, including white, black, rich, poor, gay, and straight. However, treating all equally cannot mean that those with deeply religious views are discriminated against. We are highly concerned that the LGBT history will teach lifestyles and life choices that stand 100% against our family values and our deeply held religious views, and the way we practice our faith. We are here to say that to force the normalcy of the LGBT lifestyle on our children into the school's everyday lesson plans is a stripping of our religious liberty and the parental rights of every parent who feels these matters are too mature to be taught to any child. The children need to learn how to read and write and do arithmetic. They are not being sent to school to learn about the sexual orientations or sexual practices of others, but to be educated. The State Budget Appropriations Committee Statement 1569, dated June 18th, reads that the LGBT curriculum bill was modeled at and adopted regarding the California FAIR Act. The I in FAIR stands for inclusive. You must be aware that California has been on the front runner of many laws and policies in New Jersey regarding LGBT. California schools now recognize pedophilia as a legitimate sexual orientation. Pedophilia is being taught in the classroom because they say it is, quote, a sexual orientation. This is according to a top official in California's Olinda School District who admitted that it was being taught and that it would continue despite the outrage of parents. The LGBT history law was signed into law by Governor Murphy on January 2019. There was no Q, only LGBT. However, the Q has appeared in many of the pending lesson plans. How did the Q magically appear? Will the P be next? Well, when will this stop? The Holy Word of God says, have nothing to do with the fruitless deeds of darkness, but rather expose them. It is shameful even to mention what the disobedient do in secret. Yet this curriculum's goal is to normalize these deeds of darkness and teach them as a required part of the New Jersey learning standards. It is a true assault to our deeply held faith and our religious liberty.
Thank you for your comments. Next speaker, please.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Hi, my name is John Priss, and I live in Wyckoff. Just comments and suggestions. I think the reason why there is a kind of heightened emotional tone here is because we had to sit through an hour-and-a-half lecture before any of this started. I mean, most of the people here were here because of this, and we just sat through an hour and a half, and it just wasn't fair. That's number one. Number two is I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but I'm a minority. I'm Asian, right here. Exactly. So the reason why I want to make these comments, just kind of like as a reaction to Ms. King, and I'm really sorry that your family went through that. I've been living in Wyckoff for about 8 years. Again, I'm Filipino. Well, my parents are Filipino. I was born in America. And we've been living in Wyckoff for 8 years, and we have been not a whiff of any racism. It's been nothing but an embrace from that community. And I just want to, I want to give credit to my community. I don't know what it's like in the other districts. In my community, they have welcomed me and my children with open arms. My family does not have the luxury of looking white, and we're still within the fabric of our community, and we love them and they love us, and it's great. And I just want that sort of to be known. I don't want to paint this picture that it's doom and gloom, and in my community, as far as I can say, it's been nothing but a great experience. And I'm in an interracial marriage, right? We walk down the street. I don't know if people snicker, and guess what? I don't care. Doesn't matter. Number two is this whole thing with identity. I'm raising my children not to be Asian Americans, but Americans.
Thank you.
All right. Hi, I'm Charlie Bassa. I'm a senior at Ramapo, and I live in Wyckoff. I'd just like to start off by saying that I am also Filipino, but I've had a very different experience than the community member that just spoke. I've lived in Wyckoff all my life, and I've been in the Ramapo Indian Hills School District for almost 4 years now, as I am going to be a senior. Just a few things. I'm really happy for that guy that he hasn't faced racism in this community, but it's a simple fact that I and many other students have. And I really find it quite disturbing that so many in this room are unwilling to look at the fact of the matter that we do have a serious problem with race and bigotry in this community. And this isn't necessarily reflective of everybody here, but it's kind of hard to look up to a group of people and see so much fighting and so much hatred, and then claiming it as an active, progressive workspace. And this is just something I'd like to address straight to our new superintendent, but I'm a part of an organization called Flow Forward, which is a grassroots organization created last year with the main focus of creating and helping input DEI education in our school district. And I've actually spoken to this board before, and a big problem that I have tonight is we never got to meet with you guys, even though multiple of us have come and spoken at these meetings, and multiple of us have made our pleas to let our stories be known. We have a call to action. We have hundreds of stories of kids, minors that have faced bigotry, homophobia, prejudice on school grounds. And there's people in this room that want to say that that's not true, this is fake, this is some liberal agenda we're trying to push, but it's not. These are our lives, and it's quite sad to see so many people not understand that we've been through a lot and we want change, and we hope to see it, but that's not going to be without the board's help, and that's not going to be without community understanding of what's been happening. Flow Forward, we have a newsletter. I suggest all of you to look it up if you are so inclined. If you're not, so be it, but that's really all I had to say.
Thank you so much, and we always welcome students' input. Thank you.